Is it back? God damn it. I fucking hate... God damn it. This is so fucking frustrating. Can you guys hear now? Is it back? Sounds like it might be back. I don't know what the fuck happened. God, I'm so fucking irritated. God damn it, this is so fucking irritating. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened that caused my audio to drop. Just for Twitch. Piece of shit Twitch. I can hear you.
What's up, Jax?
Yeah, we can hear. It started working right before you restarted. I saw that as soon as I hit that fucking restart button. I refreshed my browser though. Well, I can hear it now. I have to refresh my browser. Cause I have a monitor here on that's using the app, that's using the Twitch app, so I could monitor my sound. And I relaunched the app. I killed the app and relaunched it, and I still wasn't getting any sound. So I was gonna suggest you all refresh your browser, but refreshing the app didn't seem to affect it at all. So I don't know what the fuck happened. I had noticed that Twitch broke and I had to restart the stream, came back to no sound, restarted, and it was good. It's a good thing they're raising the fucking cost of subs. They're bombarding you with ads, they're raising the cost of subs, they're fucking just making the whole experience shitty so that the platform could be stable? It's a real fucking stable platform, huh? What's up, Taco? Welcome back to the stream. You came in just in time for me to, I guess, kill. What sucks is, like, I was actually getting peak viewership too. Like, I think there was like a 16 or 17 people on Twitch, but you know, and I was fucking really ready to kill Dagoth Erg, but then all of a sudden the sound dropped. It just completely fucked the momentum. Alright, I guess I could go ahead and finish this. There's probably not much left for me to do since I just destroyed the heart. What, you still want to fuck with me? You know what, I'm gonna... Where is my, Alright. Well, Heart's dead. And I guess I killed that guy, possibly once and for all? Who the fuck are you? Dreamer Warrior. I have an unpopular opinion. I think for non-affiliates there should be a max hour stream per month. I think it would really lighten the load so many zero viewer streamers. I don't know what kind of impact zero viewer streamers have on the back end, to be honest, but you know, a part of getting to affiliate status to begin with is the amount of hours you can stream. That's a part of it. So I'm not sure if that would be helpful or not, but I don't know. I also don't believe that Twitch is as costly to Amazon as they... Oh, shit. Is this whole thing crumbling, or is it just that? Oh, it's exploding. Aw, man. I didn't want the thing to be destroyed. I was gonna fucking... What a bummer. Alright, well, so much for the, Elven Gundam. And again, like, no change in the music. It's the same. I mean, I guess the epic theme song there was kind of appropriate for the moment, but come on, they could have contracted like 2 or 3 tracks of music for this in-game sequence. Hello again, it's me, and it is truly amazing that Twitch did this and destroyed all the momentum here. Yeah, I know, Toaster. It's incredibly fucking frustrating. Sorry about the issues. I hope you're doing all right elsewhere. I'm doing okay. You did it. Also, in my hypothetical remake of this game, you'd fight this thing. That would be interesting. $5.99 is crazy for subs, and on mobile, you add another $1 is insane. They're trying to justify that mobile charge by way of Apple's the extra fees that Apple incurs on app purchases. But the Google Store doesn't incur those, so what? Is it $5.99 for Google? For the Google Play Store purchases too? I think it's all just bullshit justifications, honestly. You finally did it. You killed the guy giving everyone cancer and nightmares. Never again will Morrowind suffer from divine cancer again. Hell yeah. I wasn't even trying to do it to stop people from getting divine cancer. I didn't know that was the thing. I know that those zombie guys were going around with corpus and whatnot, but I just did it so I could stab someone. I'm in it for the stabbing, guys. I don't know what all this hero shit is all about. Yo, Vecta, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Beating the game? Who even does that in 2024? Honestly, it's still, like, that is still a rarity for me. I didn't really get into the habit of beating video games until I started streaming them. And there's any number of games that, like, I start streaming and then just walk away from and never complete it. So I guess if anything, that's a testament to like as much as I rant and rave and bitch about this game and complain about it and voice my distaste for Morrowind, if ever there was like a gauge on what I really feel about the game, it's the fact that I actually sought it through to completion. If I truly hated this game, I would have never even tried to fucking do all of this. So for all of its frustrations, there is something in there. There is something in here that, you know, I actually do enjoy. So that's all, huh? I just walk out, just leave the way I came? It's unfortunate there's only one ending to Morrowind. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought there were... I mean, what was the point of that whole exit interview? I thought that was, like, guided you towards different types of endings. I really don't understand what Dagoth III needed the plague for. The Blight and Corpus, I mean. I guess his explanation was, like, it was giving people the ability to touch the divine or whatever. You know, I guess maybe he believed that, but it just seemed like he was killing people. Which I guess, in a certain sense, death is the ultimate touch of the divine if you believe in divinity. So, Sure, maybe he was right in that sense, but ultimately he was just killing people with the plague wind. Yeah, you made the decision to destroy the heart rather than allow Dagoth Ur to complete his plans. This is going to lead to big changes for Morrowind, and very few are good. Well, it seemed like he was hell-bent on killing me one way or the other anyways. So, the only way for me to stop him was to wreck that heart. It just attracts unnecessary attention to him. That's why I sub on my computer, and I appreciate the sub. Thank you. Thank you for the subs. And if you can, yes, do it on the computer. Don't do it from your iPhone or anything like that. I'm not giving Google money for doing nothing. We had Dreamers and Cultists for that. It was to spread his influence. Yeah, it was to spread his influence, but, you know, I don't know. I guess he just wanted to cover all bases. People who got Blight didn't support him in any way. Fair point. Who would? Would you be fans of someone that gave you cancer? Well, I agree. I never saw a mobile, but I also have an iPhone. They just died. I think it's just Apple. I don't think it's just Apple. I think Google Play well, Apple is more egregious. The more egregious vendor here, I guess, is the word I was looking for but couldn't come up with. Did you beat the game? I beat one element of the game. I beat the main story. I don't know if for games like this there's actually like a you beat the game. I don't think it's like a Mario where it's congratulations, you saved the princess. You just kind of beat a quest and then you fuck around in the open world for a bit. They either died, went insane, or were transformed into Dagoth priests. Oh no, there's still divine cancer. It's just going to be a divine cancer that serves no purpose other than to destroy. Or went insane and then turned into Dagoth priest. Okay. Why couldn't you become a Dagoth priest as a regular human elf? It's a good question. Yo, Max, welcome back to the stream. How have you been? Hey, Devin, I'm watching High Fidelity while cleaning up my game room. Congratulations on beating the game. Thank you very much. High Fidelity. That is a movie that sends me into a rage every time I watch it. I will not dispute with anyone that it's a good movie or not. That's not my point. It probably is an excellent movie. I hate how whiny that fucking dude is. John Cusack's character, I hate how absolutely whiny and petulant and bitchy he is in that movie. I can't stand watching it for that reason. Getting ready for Rings of Power Season 2. I can't wait. Yeah, I think that's tomorrow, right? Or I guess maybe, is it tonight at 2 a.m.? Oh shit, it might be tonight at 2 a.m. I'm excited for it too. I gotta go watch it with a friend of mine. I don't imagine you're doing another watch party for that this year, huh? His goal was to liberate Morrowind. How is he going to liberate Morrowind with dead people? Well, there's no Imperial oppression if all the Imperials are dead, along with, you know, all of the oppressed. You can't oppress a dead world. For now, but it was later reported that Yagrum Bagarn was getting his memory back. I think over time, the remnants of Dagoth's influence was going to wane in some way. He was just trying to liberate Morrowind physically. Well, he was also talking about spreading it out into Tamriel in general, so his ambitions were growing beyond Morrowind. His messed up vision and worldview gave him funny ideas because he was immortal once, and the power from the heart also made him go insane over the centuries. But even still, I'm impressed by the clarity of thought he had at expressing his plans, you know, after centuries of God-driven insanity. This sounds like the Force wanted the Force wanted it to be that way excuse. You can explain away anything by saying he was crazy, see? But you're not wrong there. You're not wrong there, Afroventus, but I think that's a part of, like, you know, the content. It's sort of a trope in fantasy or in fiction of a mortal being given the powers of the divine, the powers of the cosmos, and not being capable of handling and going insane to a certain degree. I mean, that's kind of, I guess it kind of plays to that trope, only from an angle of, with the, you know, one of the writers being a theologian, steeped in, you know, the lore and religiosity of various different types of cults and religions. You know, it just kind of takes that fantasy trope and turns it into its own religion. And you can say, like, there are plenty of people out there that say that anybody that follows a religion or a cult are insane people. You haven't beaten the game yet? I mean, I'm not somebody that's gonna stress on what the definition of beat the game is. I just wanted to beat the main quest. If you're gonna do KOTC tonight, maybe not so late tonight. Oh, it's already 11. I was telling Vince that I might do it. I guess I can. Well, he was crazy. The heart of a god was never meant for mortals in the Elder Scrolls universe to be tapped. I had one eye open by the end of last night. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it as late as I did, because I went until like 2 in the morning my time over here. Well, I guess it's your time too. I went till 2 in the morning, and I definitely didn't intend to do it that late. Take off, Devin. Oh well, at least I got the text filtering off. Yes, now you can see all of the slurs we secretly toss around, Wisp. I wish we could have saved a princess. Kind of do, sort of. Max, I usually watch on Twitch. Want to say hi. He is whiny, but it's accurate to pretentious music snobs. And Jack Black is hilarious. Yeah, but I've never been a fan of pretentious music snobs. That's the thing. Like, I've always deeply, deeply disliked pretentious snobs in general. It's you know, for the longest time, I had a knee-jerk negative reaction, and I still do to a degree, to like A24 movies. Most of them are pretty fine. A lot of the horror movies I don't like. Like, most A24 horror movies I think are awful. But, like, people just talk them up like they're God's gift to cinema. And I'm like, come on, this is fucking garbage. Yeah, Dagoth was probably the most honest with himself. Speaking especially if you believe the version where Nerevar's wife cuts off his feet and beats, and his best friend stab him through his heart with a spear from behind. What? Dagoth was not happy about that. A spear from behind. Dagoth was not happy about that, supposedly. Jesus, okay, I missed that lore. You haven't beaten the main quest, that's what I meant. Wait, I thought this was the main quest. I thought this whole thing was about Dagoth, or... What is the main quest for this fucking game? Because I'm not doing any of that Imperial shit, I'll tell you that right now. I ain't touching the Imperials. That dude got called back for doing skooma, that's their fault, not mine. I'm not picking up his mess.
You no longer bear the burden of prophecy.
Oh, what a terrifying...
You have achieved your destiny. You are free. The Doom Duima's folly, Lord Dagoth's temptation, the Tribunal's seduction, the God's heart freed, the prophecy fulfilled. All fate sealed and sins redeemed. If you have pity, mourn the lost, but let the weeping cease. The blight is gone, and the sun's golden honey gilds the land. Hail, Savior, Hortator, and Nerevarine. Your people look to you for protection. Monster and villains, great and small, still threaten the people of Vardenfell. Enemies and evils abound, yet indomitable will might rid Morrowind of all its ills. For you, our thanks and blessing, our gift and token given. Come, take this thing from the hand of God.
You know, I think probably the most... Take what thing? Oh, what is this? Ring of Azura. You know, I think probably the most satisfying thing about that ending, in addition to the old school, 1998 caliber CG FMV, is hearing them pronounce Hortator and Nerevarine and be like, oh, I guess I was pronouncing those words correctly. Hortator. Here, I thought I was fucking that up the whole time. They actually wanted it to sound like that. I am allergic to Jack Black. I think a lot of people are right now. He's definitely on, like, people's shit list. Main quests for Morrowind. You got 2 more, sort of. If you're talking about the expansions, I don't know. I'll have to see about that. What is this? What is this? I don't want that. Get away from me. What is this sketch, Carlos? What is this? Forgot I bought some mini bottles of hot sauce from Walmart a while back. Breaking open a bottle of Melinda's black truffle hot sauce. What, are you just gonna like sit there and do shots of hot sauce while watching this? Jack Black was the best part of Borderlands? That says nothing. That says absolutely nothing. I actually make my own hot sauce. I did that once, but I made the mistake of like doing it in my house, which ended up pepper spraying everybody in the house. I would not recommend doing that. If you're gonna do it outside. And seasonings. Tortilla tart and lemon mark. That's what Azura said. Yep. It's a sketch of Nerevar's murder. Oh, okay. Is that what that is? Who killed him? Haunted hot sauce. That's actually a good name for a hot sauce brand, to be honest. I've done that before, but no, got some ruffles. Oh, you put hot sauce on your potato chips. Interesting. No, but that would be a cool name with this. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Haunted hot sauce is a pretty good brand name for a hot sauce. Haunted ghost pepper chips are Pakui are great. From Pakui are great. Aren't those hot chips that like killed that kid? Why is Jack Black hated right now? Because he turned on Kyle Gass. They were doing a concert in Australia, I think a day or so after Trump got shot. And, they were celebrating his birthday. He brought a cake on stage for Kyle and asked him to make a wish. And Kyle said he wished that the shooter was a better shot. And everybody laughed at the time, but then there was a lot of outrage and like Australian politicians wanted to kick them out of the country and whatnot. And then Jack Black like canceled the rest of the Tenacious D tour and totally he totally threw Kyle under the bus, and then everybody just hated his guts for that. So yeah, that's why people don't like Jack Black right now. One version of the story is Almexia and Vivek did the deed. I grow my own peppers and everything. Oh, nice. Pacu makes the one chip challenge, but they also make the normal chips. Yeah, the one chip challenge was the one that killed that kid. I sadly don't make the bottles. The little chip's so hot they might kill you. I mean, they did. They fucked that kid's stomach up. He had to go to the hospital because his stomach, like, just got ripped, and then he did not make it. Although I like to... I no longer love Jack Black. I don't know about other people, but I recently watched Kung Fu Panda for the first time. This character is absolutely horrid in this. Kyle did nothing wrong. I mean, even if Kyle did something wrong, like, everybody, including Jack Black, laughed at the time. So, shit, how are you going to throw him under the bus when you were laughing at the joke and thought nothing of it until people gave you shit? You should have thrown yourself under the bus, too. You should have thrown yourself under the bus before Kyle. Almost ruins an otherwise great cartoon. Well, you see Vivek stabbing Nerevar in the back. Almexia rips off his feet, which symbolizes that his reincarnation is an outlander. And Sotha Sil removes Nerevar's face, which symbolizes that his reincarnation can be any race or gender. Dagothur is dead below them all. Is that what's going on here? Where did this sketch come from? Like, what is this from? Is this concept art or fan art? Oh, I had to zoom out. I didn't even see. Like, is this fan art or something? Okay, so you said, what did you say? Oh, it's an ad right now? Man, this thing's been running ads like fucking every 2 seconds. How about you stop running so many goddamn ads and fix your backend, Twitch? Anyways, so you say Almexia rips off his feet, so I guess that's her. She looks pretty pleased about that. This is Vivek stabbing him, and this is Sotha Sil. Why'd they, like, say rip off his face? This seems like overkill. This seems like overkill, I gotta tell you. Michael Kirkbride made the sketch as part of the concept art. Oh, okay. Shit, he's a pretty good artist, too. It's over. I love the intrusive ads. Yeah, I mean, the ads suck. I mean, I should, as a streamer, I should be the one being like, well, you can avoid the ads if you get a subscription, which I would appreciate. I would appreciate if you guys did sub to me, but I would appreciate it more if they didn't bombard everyone with fucking ads when they can't even keep their servers upright. The ad was quick this time. They're so great. It was a short ad. I can't stand when streamers run the 3-minute ones, the 3-minute ads at once. I would prefer shorter ones more often. I think I have mine configured to be shorter. I still haven't gotten an ad. Well, you're subscribed. That's why. I personally prefer the 3-minute breaks at the hour mark for a break, but I also regularly take breaks. Oh, it doesn't apply to everyone. Yeah, I guess if I had to do a 3-minute ad, I would probably just do it at the top of the hour and use that as an opportunity to get a snack or use the bathroom or whatever. I want to get a sub. Well, perhaps someone might gift you one. September is actually coming up, so maybe... I was actually thinking about doing a subathon, too. I've never done one of those before, so maybe in September I might do a subathon. This is specifically the Ashlanders' version of Nerevar's death. Okay, well, that's a grisly death. That's a pretty metal death. Did they have to do all that? They couldn't just, like, suffocate the guy? And you say this is Dagoth Ur? Alright, well, interesting. I mean, I will say that for this game. It's got some pretty unique lore. With Dagoth Ur destroyed, his insane dreams can no longer drive the people of Morrowind to madness as they sleep. Oh, I wrote all this shit down. Okay, hold on a second. I found Dagoth Ur and spoke with him. He asked me questions and let me answer questions in return. When all the questions had been asked and answered, there was nothing left to say. The time for words is past. Now only the deeds can resolve this matter between Dagoth Ur and I. So why does Nerevar have beef with Dagoth Ur if it was the tribunal that fucked him up? They cut off his feet and impaled him and ripped his face off. What's his beef with Dagoth Ur? I found the heart of Lorkhan within the giant artifact Akulikon. I struck the heart with Sunder, then struck it again and again with Keening until the enchantment was destroyed. Severed from the sustaining power of the heart, Dagoth Ur was destroyed, but the disturbance triggered an earthquake and I had to flee for my life. As I fled from the destruction of the chamber of Akulikon, I encountered the presence of the Daedra Lord Azura. She told me I had achieved my destiny and was free. The prophecies are fulfilled and the blight gone. But now I am Hortator and Nerevarine, protector of Morrowind, and must defend the people from monsters and villains. She gave me a ring as a token of thanks and blessing. Weak. That's a pretty weak sauce gift. In Skyrim, I did some lame-ass quest from some random Daedra god. She gave me that flaming sword that turned undead. Like, you give me a ring? What does this ring do? Maybe I should look and see what it actually does. Night Eye, 20 points. Restore Fatigue, 3 points. Okay. Cool. I'd rather have the flaming sword that turned undead, but I guess this'll do. Where's my, there we go. Since I don't have to wield these tools anymore. I'm not subbed. Oh, I thought you said you were subbed earlier. Which browser do you use? That would be Dagoth Ur's corpse. Okay. Mine ran out and I've been lazy and haven't renewed it yet. I'm on Twitch Mobile. Oh, wow. It's weird you're not seeing ads on Twitch Mobile, because that's usually where they bombard them the most at. I use Vivaldi, so it has a built-in ad blocker, but doesn't work on Twitch. Yeah, Twitch overpowers all of those ad blockers. Ad blockers still work fine for me on YouTube, but on Twitch, none of them function anymore. But I use Firefox. Dagoth Ur went insane when Nerevar told him to wait with the tools. Dagoth Ur guarded the tools as he was told, but ended up using them while Nerevar was conferring with the others. When Nerevar returned, he had to fight Dagoth Ur because he was totally insane by the tools and the heart of Lorkhan. Yes, I know that. So, did Nerevar kill Dagoth Ur and then the tribunal killed Nerevar? Is that what happened? Nah, earlier I meant that I don't sub on mobile. I will go out of my way to sub on PC. Oh, okay, okay. Because Google Play Store charges extra money, yes. Yes, that's what happened. Oh, okay. I'm confused by that whole story, because I still don't quite... Like, I thought that they were all in opposition to Dagoth Ur. So I don't know why they would kill... I don't know why they would kill Nerevar for killing Dagoth Ur when Dagoth Ur was the one who used those tools that he wasn't supposed to use. So, like, it seems like he was doing his job there. Alright. What, did it fail? Oh no, I have the wrong spell equipped. There we go. Let's get out of this joint. So I guess after all this, why are you still hanging around, little alligator guy? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? It always sends me to this one. Oh, I guess this is the last... No, I'm sure I've been to another temple other than this one. Oh, look, now these people all fucking love me. Excuse me, Sarah, but you're, well, the Nerevarine, a big hero, and I don't really know how to talk to important folk like you, except to say thank you, Sarah, for everything. Are those guys in Vivek still gonna call me scum? We're watching you, scum.
Why walk when you can ride? We make a special trip just for you. Say no.
Oops. Oh, okay. Actually, that I did that by mistake, but that ended up possibly working in my favor. What do you have to say?
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Okay, well. Where is that? Oh, it was in the place behind. It was in the place behind. That's where it was. This joint. Is this guy still here, or did he go away? Oh, he's still hanging out. The blight is gone, and we have survived. Now we must dedicate ourselves to rebuilding the temple, and you must dedicate yourself to the responsibilities as protector of Morrowind. We have lost our divine powers, but not altogether. Some token of the people's faith remains, and we shall dedicate it to rebuilding the temple. Now that Dagoth Ur is gone, we can turn our energies to the more humble needs of the people. It is good, honest work, and I believe there is redemption in it. I feel like you need to answer for crimes here. There are still issues to be resolved between the temple and the dissonant priest, and now that our greatest enemy is gone, we must recognize the temple. We will reorganize the temple to meet the needs of the people. We have less need for ordinators, for example, and greater need of priests and healers and teachers. We must find time to mourn and honor the dead. Without the power of the heart, our divine powers diminish. Our days as gods are numbered. I have told my priest that I shall withdraw from the world, and that the temple should be prepared for a change. We may be honored no longer as gods, but as saints and heroes. And the temple will return... Heroes for what? And the temple will return to the faith of our forefathers, the worship of our ancestors, and the three good Daedra, Azura, Mephilia, and Boethia. The missions... Oh, so now you're like, hey, we're done with our god work. Go back to worshiping these gods. You know? What a bitch. What happened to we're gods? Worship us. Now you're gonna go fucking be a shoe cobbler somewhere? The mission and traditions of the temple must continue, but without its living gods. Oh man, these guys are assholes. Almexia, Sotha Sil, and I gain our divine powers from the heart of Lorcan, and now we no longer have access to the heart, so we must lose our divinity. I have always worn my divinity lightly, fundamentally. I am not at all a serious person, and I will not miss it. I have tried to do what was necessary. I am afraid I have done some harm. I assure you, I will be quite content to be a mere mortal again, dedicated to my own amusements. We don't communicate. Without the heart, our divine powers must diminish. She takes her divinity very seriously, and the loss weighs heavily on her. She tends to brood, and I fear she will do herself and others harm. Well, she's over in Mournhold, so I guess I can go pop in a visit and be like, hey, what's up? I just ripped your divinity away from you. What do you got to say? I do not hear from him since our defeat at Red Mountain. Truly, I scarcely ever heard from him. He is completely self-absorbed. Like myself, without the heart, his divine powers will diminish, but I doubt he will notice the loss. He is fascinated by the hidden world and its mysteries, and I doubt he even notices us most of the time. Okay, well, there you go. This guy is just, he's just like, alright, well, I guess I'm not a god anymore. The tribunal told everyone else that Nerevar died of his wounds fighting Dagoth there and gave them his support before he died. The tribunal killed Nerevar because they wanted to use the tools to become to become gods. Sotha Sil was studying the tools privately and learned how to get godlike power without the insanity. I see. So then why isn't Nerevar Reborn putting a sword through these guys? They're the ones that betrayed him. I wish we got to see past protagonists in some way in future titles. I guess in some ways we technically do. I mean, we technically meet the champion of Cyrodiil. That would be interesting, but given that there's such a wide breadth of choices and story options and character customizations that you can make for a character, it would kind of be difficult to pull that in. Not if you choose the Nerevarine dialogue option. That's what gets people's disposition up. Some likely of meet the champion 2. The game still spawns blighted animals, by the way. Vivek is held on trial, but he's too powerful to be held by any normal person. He means heroes in the ancient sense. Okay. He doesn't have his god powers anymore. I love how each of the tribunal has a distinct personality. Does ESO add to the stories? I've never played ESO, but I'm sure somebody in here could answer that question. The Nerevarine can kill both Almexia and Vivek. You can kill Vivek right now if you feel like it. I enjoy ESO, but haven't played it for a while. So I can just haul off and wipe this dude? The temple's not going to be like, ah, you killed him, you asshole. His eyes weird me out. He's got some crazy ass eyes, so I don't know. I might do it. I'll have to give it some thought. I have to give it some thought whether I'm going to finish you off or not.
Masera. We're watching you.
Oh, he still calls me scum.
Scum.
Oh, this guy still hates my guts. Alright, fine. I haven't won everyone over yet, then. Alright, well, you know what? That's that. fulfilled my destiny of becoming the Nerevarine and the Hortator. I did away with Dagoth. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll wipe out the rest of the tribunal. I'm giving it some thought. I still have to go to Mournhold and figure out what's going over there. Is Sotha still in this game? Did I just not encounter him ever at all because I didn't do some random side quest? I've at least met 2 of the 3 of the tribunal. He's tripping balls. He's got them Gowron crazy eyes going. Well, I believe ESO takes place during the same time as Daggerfall. He has some stuff to say about the end of the expansions. I would kill him after doing that if you want to execute Vivek for his crimes. The world is saved. Well, at least Vradenfell is saved. Sotha Sil is in the expansion, but I don't want to spoil that. Fair enough. Will I ever get to those expansions? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. But for now, that's 3 Elder Scrolls games in the books. I have completed Daggerfall, I have completed Skyrim, and I now have officially, in my view, I completed Story Quest. And that counts for me, and that's all that matters. I completed Morrowind. I'm giving myself one of these. Alright, it's 11:30. I think I will pop into King of the Castle.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. So we have.
Where's my? Oh, here it is. Yeah, you completed the main quest. Well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, where is my game capture? Let me switch that to that.
You can do it!
ESO takes place a really long time before the main games in the second era. I need to play the expansion again. I only ever dipped into the Mournhold one, which was cool. I liked doing the quest of trying to figure out who sent the Dark Brotherhood after me. I think I probably like the side quests more than I think I probably like the side quests more than the main quest, to be honest. As much as I love your sense of humor, can I get an I love you soundbite that makes me feel less racist? No. You're gonna sit in that feeling. You're gonna sit in that feeling because it's funny to me. It's funny to me. You know what? I have this huge list of sound bites and sound alerts that I wonder if I have something akin to that. No, not really. I guess the closest thing is Beetle from Zelda saying thank you.
Thank you!
Or... Alright. That's true actually. ESO is weird, but it's good. Fine, only for you, but I'm ramping up the dead parrot jokes. Find me a good soundbite. Find me some good soundbites and I'll incorporate them. Who the hell does he think he is? I do need to still get that Biden soundbite. I still need to get that. I think about that often.
I'm so proud of my son's service. We get it. But guess who doesn't get it? The losers. Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is? Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is? Suckers and losers. Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is?
I gotta make a soundbite of that. All right. I am going to... Hey, Devin, I'm going to bed. Thanks for the stream, dude. Good night. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Carlos. I appreciate it. As always, have a good rest of your evening. I'm going to hit continue. We're going to continue Frank's dynasty, the Chill dynasty. Go ahead and, I guess... one of these days, I'm going to figure out how to get the YouTube viewers into this as well. But for now, I guess it's just Twitch, so... Twitch chatters, follow this command. You know what to do. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I am back. Are these all of our players here? I got me some grapes. Actually, most of the schemes don't even want you dead. They just want to push you off the throne. I mean, how else do you think you get a king off the throne? It's all killing them. Yeah, the throne is angled off a cliff. Yeah, exactly. He might survive. Alright. Anybody that wants to jump in after, you can always do !join at any point. We just want to exile you. Jeez, dude, we aren't monsters. In the last play session, you literally kidnapped me, brought me out to sea, and kicked me into shark-infested waters. Monarch Frank is the Nerevarine of the Laszlo dynasty, and he is back for vengeance. Okay. The partitions are trying to lower the kingdom's treasury to 1,500 or less, which I'm already there. The chiefs have to raise other regions' total trade to 12. They're one point away from that in either direction here. And the grandees need to raise all regions' faith to 12, and God, man, these people are just stoked on their faith. Yo, what's up? Sedmorogue? First time chat. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping in and joining the game. Hope you're having a good night. Let's see. That was my grandmother, and what happened in the past? This is in the past. Okay, well, reparations. I'm coming for reparations. Alright, Lord Vince. Chief Smithians and his friends have locked themselves in their lodges and are refusing to come out. They say they are learning the ways of Skurinorn. Meanwhile, our trade routes are drying up because of their negligence. By the 9th, I swear it's that damn bear's fault. A dangerous thing indeed, Your Majesty. I know we tolerate these heathen practices in the north, but this is too much. What does learning the ways of Skurinorn mean? Eating poisonous moss and making horrible concoctions so they can have visions of their pagan god. Apparently, Skurinorn is a deity of wisdom and medicine. Pah. What do we do, Your August Majesty? Our traders will lose their livelihoods if they can't sell salt to the northerners. Alright. We could either set up a trade between the partitions and the grandees instead, which I imagine gives extra wealth to the to both, probably. Ask the chiefs to share their knowledge once they emerge. I like the idea of that. Send the church missionaries to debunk these heathen myths. Have the bear quietly assassinated? Oh, I don't want to kill a bear. I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave this to the council without putting my thumb on any part of the scale. But I will say this: if you guys kill this bear, Frank is gonna have to start taking some drastic actions against y'all. Oh, of course, I expected Taco to want to kill the bear. Vince, you too? Why are you trying to kill bears over here? Oh, come on, guys. What the fuck? You sons of bitches. Are you really gonna kill this bear? Ah! Oh! What the fuck? Holy shit, okay, I should have vetoed that one. God damn. While the chief slumbers under the influence of their magical herbs, the assassin strikes. The bear is swiftly dispatched. When the northerners cotton on, they're furious. Even if they can't prove exactly what happened, riots spread across the north. Oh, their defiance shot way up. Once the unrest dies down, however, many northern peasants start to reject their pagan ways. After all, if Skurenorn can't protect her own bear, why bother worshipping her? God damn, that fucking sucked. What the fuck? Why was that so costly? Frank, I had something I wanted to ask of you. What can I do for you? As you surely know, I run a very successful jewelers guild back home on the coast. Oh, give me some fucking money. But the current laws are a little restrictive for my trade. Lots of tariffs and regulations, you know how it is. I was hoping you could push for some changes in the console, eliminate some of the important duties on Ateshi jewels, perhaps? That's corruption, plain and simple. You want me to give the coast preferential treatment? I think it's only fair. The other regions just can't compete with us in the jewelry trade anyways. How dare. I'm with you on the bear thing. Remember this come tax time, I will. I don't know if I want to trust the council now. Jesus, if they're just gonna kill a bear. Reduce important taxes on gemstones from Atesh. Ban the import of Atesh gemstones. Do nothing. I'm gonna ban B at least. Okay, looks like we're game for corruption after all. The other regions are outraged by the clear nepotism that's taking place, but Petronola pays them no mind. As profits pour in, she even shares a portion of the income with the treasury. Oh, thank God. We needed that desperately. I was teetering on the edge there. Defiance is up across the board. Well, not in the coast, but Defiance is up in the north and the south. And trade is now dynamic in the coast. Well, I guess I'm not going to be dwindling that down anytime soon. You don't know if the secret knowledge the bear provided would have helped you. Too bad. I'm sure that bear knew all sorts of cool tricks. The bear is providing short-term game and a tasty stew. That's good enough for me. I thought bear meat didn't taste good. Grandi Taco, Your Highness, I'm ruined. Hordlings have occupied my vineyard and driven my staff away. What's a hordling? Grubby little creatures like fat green babies with claws. Hard to kill. Fire is the only way to get rid of them permanently. Whatever you do, we should do it soon. They're eating all of my grapes. Hey, you know, so am I. Maybe these are those grapes from your vineyard, Taco. They're pretty good. Why can't your fellow grandees help out? My plight is of no interest to them. What does the grandees look like? Oh, you've got some stats to spare. I have no time for petty problems such as these. Within a month, you hear Taco has gone bankrupt and has been reduced to begging on the streets of Mirona. Damn, I fucking wrecked your shit. That's what you get for leading the charge against that bear. Your money went down to 0. Oh, you died! God damn! God damn, I didn't know. I didn't know that some things fucking with your grapes was gonna lead to your death. Alright, well, Haunted Taco has died. Haunted Taco 2 has joined the council. Grapes are good. I agree. I've got a nice juicy one right here. Let them eat bear. Alright, I think that's everything, so ending the season. Wow, my first death. Oh. I've had like 3 of them at this point. Does that make me Haunted Taco 13 or Haunted Taco 24? I'll let you figure out which one you prefer there. Alright. For those of you with money still, the auction will begin now. I hate when there are grapes that are mushy. I don't like mushy grapes. I like crisp, somewhat sour grapes. I don't like the mushy or overly sweet grapes. These were mostly crisp, but they were overly sweet. Not a fan of that. Fund all 0. Oh, everybody's going for a bazaar. Alright, bazaar it is. And trade in the Grandies is now, like, extreme. About your heir. Your marriage to Petronella has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough, and you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about maximizing profits than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Very happy, thanks. Your happiness isn't important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something is still missing, an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they are a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. It seems like my wife is not very interested in having a kid. Maybe I should adopt I plan to adopt a lowborn child from an orphanage. Well, I've got some pretty strong defiance going on, so maybe, well, not from the partitions, though. Should have married the chief. Your wife looks different now. What do you mean? Different in what way? I thought Frank already had an heir. You might be thinking of my previous, my previous character. This guy looks like Laszlo II. Frank, or not Laszlo the First. Laszlo II looked different because he was the offspring. But his offspring was not voted into power by the council. So this is a completely different... This isn't even related to Laszlo. This is a completely different character in a completely different dynasty. He just looks like Laszlo because I didn't change the customization in the option. Alright, we'll have a child together. Orphan or bastard? Let's roll the dice. I'm curious. Oh, I didn't see that. I just clicked on wife because I was like, all right, I already have Defiance up amongst a lot of my regions here, my rivals. I'm just gonna keep the Defiance steady. I've already got too many other things going against me right now. Frank is a distant relative of Laszlo the Killer too. I think you should have a mass culling of your nobles and start fresh. Yo, what's up, Gons? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? If I had the option to do that, I would definitely do that. I would be killing nobles left and right. But unfortunately, all of my monarchs are peaceniks. Although I guess I technically kind of did that in a roundabout way with Taco's character. I didn't kill her directly, but I was kind of involved in it. I'm doing alright. Watched a bit of Twin Peaks. Awesome. I need to do a rewatch. I love Twin Peaks. I'm assuming you mean the original seasons 1 and 2, and not Firewalk with Me or The Return. My first death wasn't deserved. Well, it's karma for killing that bear. It's karma for killing that bear. That's all I gotta say. I warned you. I warned you not to kill the bear, but you did it anyways. Yeah, the original ones. I watched them like a decade ago at this point. Okay. They still hold up, but they're definitely... In a modern light, the weirdness is definitely even more esoteric. I just wanted to eat grapes. I didn't kill the bear, you did. I didn't kill the bear. The council voted on it. I didn't have a vote. I was like, hey, leave me out, council, it's up to you. And you led the charge. You were the very first vote, and the very first vote went right to killing the bear, and everybody else followed, so it's still on you. You're aware of the ice giants, I hope. Brutish creatures that live in the frozen waste beyond our northern borders. In a time before time, they ruled the north. A time before time. They ruled the north and kept people as slaves. The chiefs are willing to let bygones be bygones. They're forging an alliance with the giants to bring down your kingdom. Ice giants? That's even worse than I thought. Quite. My intelligence suggests that the chiefs have offered up the kingdom as plunder for the giants when the time comes. It's not often I say this, but the kingdom's strong economy is a problem. Even ice giants can sense such a lucrative opportunity. What am I supposed to do? Tank my economy? That would certainly be one strategy, yes. That's a terrible idea, Spy Master. That's a terrible idea. What should be done about the ice giants? Send a tribute to the ice giants? Build a great wall along the northern border. Oh, I like that. That's Game of Thrones. We're gonna build the wall. We're gonna build the wall, and the ice giants are gonna pay for it. Trust in the strength of our arms to defeat them.
Obama.
Oh, well. Trusting in the arms of our strength to defeat them is an absolute no-go. So I'm vetoing that one outright. We've been popping between that show and The Sopranos. Very tonally different, but I enjoy both. Twin Peaks and The Sopranos could not be farther apart in tone. But I like the idea of going back and watching, old TV shows from the 90s. I started watching, actually, speaking of that and Twin Peaks, I started watching Northern Exposure a couple months back. I need to get back to that. My favorite shows of the year so far have been Dark Matter on Apple and Solar Opposites Season 5 on Hulu. Bad Monkey on Apple of Bad Monkey or Dark Matter. I really wanted to enjoy Time Bandits on Apple. Love the original movie. The aesthetics in the show are amazing. The acting is something stars Lisa Kudrow. I'm gonna have to look all of that up. Alright, what are we gonna do about these ice giants, y'all? Send a tribute or Build a wall. We should build the wall. A big, beautiful wall. I loved Time Bandits. I don't have Apple Plus or Apple TV or whatever it's called. Alright. Starting the vote now. I did see somewhere that all of the or not, maybe not all, but a lot of the streaming a lot of the pirate websites and whatnot have all voluntarily shut down. And like a lot of the pirate websites voluntarily shut down and started urging their viewers to start paying for their media, which to me, the conspiracy theory in my brain is, you know, the major studios tracked down who was operating those pirate websites and paid them a bunch of money to they sent them a big check wrapped around a cease and desist or our assassins will come for you kind of letter. And it was like, either get paid or, you know, fend off corporate assassins, you know, and they chose the obvious answer. That's my conspiracy theory. Time Bandits is a Terry Gilliam movie from around 1980. Okay, I've never seen that then. Never even heard of it. We're going to build the very best wall. Not the websites I use. Yeah, it wasn't all of them, obviously. There's a lot out there, but some of the bigger ones, I guess. Alright, we're building a wall. Guessing the ones that do direct streaming did that. Yeah, I think they were all like direct streaming sites. A wall? I really don't think that's necessary. Such things are always torn down eventually. Perhaps she's right, but at least it will buy you some time. Work on the so-called Frank's Wall. Begins right away. There's no time to waste. The Chiefs' stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of the next season. Yeah. They call it the Frozen Waste here, but in A Song of Ice and Fire, this is the land of always winter. And this is the wall. Castle Black is right here. This would be Winterfell. I think this map is loosely based on... I feel like it's loosely modeled after Westeros. Because even here, this would be on the other side. This is Essos, and this would be over here. And even this, like Kurth, in Game of Thrones, that's Karth. Danae is like Daenerys. Valamir is like Valeria, old Valeria. Atesh is like, I think it's called Kesh. I think it's called Kesh or something like that in Game of Thrones. So I think this is modeled after Game of Thrones, and that should be on the other side. Like, this is Always Winter, Winterfell, Dragonstone. This is the Riverlands, the Vale. This is I guess I forget where the High Towers are. This is the Gold Coast where the Lannisters are. King's Landing is right around here, and then this would be Dorne, which makes sense because even the sigil here looks like the Dornish symbol. It just doesn't have the spear going through it. Rumors of bribery. Your Majesty, I've heard some disconcerting whispers about Lord Partition Arachnid Soul of the Coast. He has been discreetly offering coin to your palace watch. Just gifts, he says. Gifts of enough coin to retire with. I had no idea Lord Partition Arachnid Soul was so generous. What is he playing at? I thought the Partitions could be trusted? I never believed that. The Partitions are always the ones that get me in the end. What is he playing at? The Palace Watch have been grumbling about their low wages recently. If we don't give them a raise, these bribes will look very appealing. Unfortunately, we can't give them anything with the treasury as low as it is. We need to bring this matter to the council. Ah, damn it. Very well, assemble them at once. By the depths, you don't have a shred of proof of any of this. Don't make me laugh. I trust the rest of the council will join me in scorning these lies. Let's see. Take emergency measures to boost the treasury. What does that mean? Sack the current watch and rehire from scratch. Delay scheme for 1 season. These are baseless allegations. That's so weird. That's the character that formed when I was in the browser. I'm not in the browser. That character is not in the game, and that wasn't my avatar. Wait, what? What do you mean? What character? Shaved your guys named Donald? Could tell Trump his wall finally got built. Execute. Well, I can't execute, but what I can do... I'm gonna vote for sack the current watch and rehire. Lulu the Deadly, you were just talking to her. Oh. Lulu the Deadly was in the game last time. She had some cutscenes. She can't vote on anything, but she was around. Alright, voting has closed, and we're gonna sack the watch. This is an outrageous overreaction. All the potentially compromised watch officers are fired, and you begin the long process of hiring anew. Hopefully these ones are more loyal. You've hampered the partition's efforts. Their stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of the next season. Good job, Spy Master. My Spy Master is finally pulling their own weight. Yeah, she was in the list to vote too, not this game. Yeah, that's true. Well, but you know, it also... So they will still reference characters that were in previous sessions, like in one of the earlier things that we did tonight, it mentioned Arachnid Soul. Arachnid's not playing tonight, but he played last time, so because he was a part of the story last time, they'll still reference him, even if he's not playing tonight. So, and I think it did it with Shindig or Shinding or whatever that guy's username is. So it'll do that too. So even though Lulu the Deadly is not in the game, because they were in the last session, they will still be represented by as a noble. So there is that. Deep in the south, a group of grandees watch silently as a blindfolded haunted Taco 2 tries to stab a portrait of Monarch Frank with a wooden stake. Oh, is this because I killed your mother? We did this at my granddaughter's 4th birthday with a drawing of a pig. Finally, Grandee Taco hits her mark and a cheer erupts from the secluded villa. Friends, honored guests, people of the faith, the 9th god has spoken. Now begins the final stage of our plan, excommunication. Only one question remains. For which sin will the Archbishop excommunicate the monarch? Alright, I guess this is a vote for the Grandees, which is the Haunteds. Oh, both Haunteds. For tyranny and abuse of power, the oppressive rule of a dictator. For greed and avarice, hoarding money that could be used to improve the peasant's lot. Alright, Taco and Wisp, you got 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Alright, snuck in that Snuck in that tyranny. It shall be done. We must now ensure that the monarch is seen as a tyrant. For the final stage of their scheme, the Grandees must raise authority to at least 7. Oh, tax time. Let's see. The partitions can definitely spare it. The Grandees can't, but I'm going to do it anyways. And... hell, I'll hit the Chiefs too. Taxes are going up for everyone. Excuse me. You heard me. Taxes are going up across the board. Everyone's paying taxes. Dead bear wall and now taxes? Yeah, that's true. That is true. I guess maybe I could lay off of the north for a little bit. I mean, you guys are... wait a second. You guys are trying to fucking summon ice giants to wreck my shit. No, I take it back. This would be adequate punishment for trying to recruit ice giants to get me. Although, now that I think about it, the ice giants are attracted to wealth. If I have all this money in the treasury, then that's going to make them more likely to be like, hey, let's go fuck those guys up. So, maybe I'll actually lower your taxes. Huh. Is there an ad? I don't see one running. It's over? You melted them already? Those weren't the giants. Those were just the ice soldiers we found in the mountain. I guess I'll raise those 2 taxes, but I'll stand pat. I'll stand pat with the Chiefs. Or actually, let me see. If I stand pat with everyone, I just get a little raise. God damn, that's a big hit. I don't know how I want to play this, because the tax cut is way bigger than the tax hike. The tax cut is way bigger than the tax hike, so like go on, raise everything. No, but like, if it wasn't for those fucking ice giants, I would tax the shit out of all of you. But I don't want those guys looking down here like, oh, look, they're rich. Let's go destroy the kingdom and plunder it. But I don't want to be that broke. I'm just going to keep it pat across the board. I'm going to keep it pat across the board. You guys escaped. You escaped my wrath. Thank those ice giants. Oh, shit's popping off down south. What is going on here? Dangerous roads. Grandee Wisp, Your Holiness, the merchants in the south are complaining about bandits. The southern roads are too dangerous to travel, even with guards. Gangs of highly organized, well-armed highwaymen will ambush merchant caravans and steal absolutely everything. Pay the mercenary company to patrol the roads, make a few empty promises and hope it all goes away. Send a battle-hardened regiment to rout the bandits. Oh, that doesn't look like that. That doesn't look like that is going to do a whole lot. Offer a bounty on bandit scalps. I'm going to veto A because that cost way too much fucking money. But the bounty seems like a pretty intriguing option. I wonder what bounty hunters look like in my kingdom. Alright. Voting starts now. Sorry there, had to respond to a message real quick. Now, why did you guys all vote for the one you know is gonna fail? Why? Why would you do that? Like, it's 30% chance. Like, why would you do that? Oh, God. Now this is gonna fucking be a tragedy. What? It succeeded? What sense does... Am I reading the stats backwards or something? Like, I fail all the high percentage ones, but the low percentage ones work out? You send a battalion of the South's hardiest veterans experienced in fighting on foreign fields. If they can't root out these bandits out, who can? The operation is a complete success. Within a month, the southern roads are perfectly safe if you don't mind riding past hanged carcasses of bandits. Okay. Well, stability's up, defiance is down. Fair enough. All right, grandees. Why not? See? You got lucky. You got very lucky. Oh shit, there's an invasion going on down here? I'll give you some applause for that one. That was a gambit that paid off. Masterful gambit, sir. Grandee Taco, Your Highness, we're being overrun. Not by sword and spear, mind you, but by hogs. Oh boy. A particularly virulent breed of wild Tavalidese hogs, to be precise. They terrorize our farmland and forests alike. They even attack our farmers when they're feeling particularly brave. The council must do something. Oh, we're dealing with hogs now? Introduce a new species to prey on the hogs? Oh, we're gonna do that whole fable thing. Leave this be, it's just nature taking its course. Call a great culling to deal with this. Arm the farmers with weapons to fight off the menace. Oh. Well. None of these seem like particularly good options. I have a feeling you guys are going to go for this one. I have a feeling y'all are going to go for this one. I'll let y'all have at it. Oh, we got a tie. Leave this be. It's just nature taking its course, or arm the farmers with weapons to fight off the menace. Well, this is gonna be bad either way. But, Come on, brother, give them farmers guns. Well, I guess, but now that I'm gonna be weighing in on it, we're not gonna be as successful as the last time, but let's go. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this is gonna fail. Oh, it succeeded. You know what? I think, Taco, your vote might be the one that tips the scales. You know, if your vote isn't on those gambles, then I have the unlucky hand here. So I guess I'm gonna keep riding with the hot hand. The Grandees call on their reserves to donate any weapons they can. The farmers are delighted. With their new weapons, they beat back the encroaching hogs with ease. Some even take to hunting the hogs for food, and the wild animals become a new staple of southern cuisine. Hey, it'd increase your farming too. Alright, the South is just taking care of business over here. They're dealing with highwaymen, they're dealing with a hog infestation. Let's see what the disquiet in the South is all about. Your Highness, my knaves accuse me of hoarding wealth. Me. Alright, this is Grandee Wisp. I don't see any wealth being hoarded over here. You only have 600 bucks. Worse, they're throwing down their tools and burning their belongings, saying they want to live an ascetic life, and I should do the same. They want to match their outfits with their decor. They want to have more exercise. I wish I could do that. What nonsense. No, not athletic. Aesthetic. Frank is a dummy. He's a kind-hearted dummy who wants to do well, but a dummy all the same. They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possessions, but burning them is quite the overreaction. The ringleader of this movement is a philosopher called Ortega. She calls herself a voice of the ninth god, and the peasants hang on her every word. They'll be at my door any moment. Alright. What are we gonna do? We're gonna send someone to infiltrate their cult, aggressively break up Ortega's meeting, or fire the troublemakers and hire new servants from the coast. You know, if these guys don't want to work anymore, then let's give them no work. I vote for firing them. All right. Wisp wanted to infiltrate the cult. The patricians welcome the extra cash for the use of their peasants. So, the coast's defiance can't get lower, some patricians' wealth has increased, and some grandees' wealth has decreased. Oh, what did we do to you? Oh, Taco, you're back at Jesus, we're just keeping you in the poorhouse. Wisp has 300 bucks still, but Taco, man, what is going on over there? But meanwhile, more and more southern servants discard their possessions to follow Ortega's teachings. Okay. Back in the north, Chief Lulu is hosting... Oh, Lulu the Deadly is hosting yet another feast at her clan hall. Mead is being passed around in good measure, and some chiefs are dancing on tables. That can only mean two things. Really good news or really bad news. Lulu, please, pass me the drink, you old lout. I'm drinking until my ancestors feel it. Were those ice giants I saw on my way through your lands? Have we really done it? Your eyes don't deceive you. Your eyes don't deceive you, lass. They'll be marching with us come the morrow. And by Grahala's beard, they did come out in force. We must have really impressed them with our reports of the kingdom's bounty. Oh, man. The gods are good, but what happens after the ice giants march? Acts of my ancestors. I hadn't thought about that. Someone fetch me another drink. Then assemble the other chiefs quickly, damn you. Alright, so this is the chiefs vote. The chiefs of the north vote, which is just Lulu. Let the ice giants fight alone and swoop in to the kingdom's rescue, or march with the giants and devastate the kingdom. Traitors! Traitors to the kingdom. Oh, marching with the giants to devastate the kingdom. There won't be much left of the palace after this, but we'll build a new one, bigger and fancier with more bones. More bones. Ale sloshes all over the floor as Chief Lulu the Deadly teeters on the edge of a bench. Either way, we'll sort it out when we're done pillaging. For now, let's party. Tove. We do need to make sure the kingdom is sufficiently unstable, don't forget. Or they'll untie and repel us. Or they'll unite and repel us. Ice giants or no. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower stability to 3 or less. Oh boy. Blackmail and bribery. Somewhere along the coast, Lord Patrician of Arachnid Soul strolls in his olive grove, accompanied by a close friend. Luck is with us, my friend. The palace watch are in our pocket. They took our money gladly. The kingdom can barely afford to pay them a living wage. I thought I got rid of all those guys. Music to my ears. Soon the throne will be ours. Indeed it will, but now we must plan our next steps. Alright, patricians. That's Sedmorog and Vince. Kill the monarch and place their own claimant on the throne, or control the monarch with the threat of assassination. Kill the monarch. I guess Vince is AFK. Should have let my bear live? I didn't kill the bear. I was advocating for the bear. I was a bear advocate. Over the next few months, we'll have our troops infiltrate the capital disguised as beggars. At my signal, they'll gather and storm the palace in the dead of the night. The bribed watch will open the gates. Our soldiers will murder the monarch in their bed and have our claimant on the throne before sunrise. Ruthless, I like it, but what about the chiefs and the grandees? They'll call us usurpers and rise up in revolt. Not necessarily, my friend. If Monarch Frank's rule is weak enough, we can persuade them to accept anything. For the final stage of the partition scheme, they must lower the kingdom's authority to 3 or less. Okay. So, to excommunicate me, they need to be 7. To intimidate me, it needs to be 3. I'm right in that sweet spot right now. I'm right in that sweet spot. Stability needs to be 3. Monarch's iron choice. The monarch can mark their preferred voting option. If chosen, they gain 1 authority. You really can't go up or down, or you're a dead man. Yeah, I know. This is a tough one. I guess I'm going with it. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. I'm not a good gambler. An old debt. Chief Lulu. How do you expect me to take this seriously, you crack-brained simpleton? Shut your daft mouth and give me what I am owed, you honorless dog. Oh, man. What in the seven hells is going on? This pimple-headed lackwit expects me to pay him a huge quantity of gold just because his great-great-grandfather beat my great-great-grandfather at a foot race. A debt owed is a debt owed, is it not? Your Serene Highness, I only recently discovered this debt while combing through my ancestors' journal. Honor dictates that Chief Lulu is liable for her ancestors' debt. By the old gods, this is ludicrous. I demand we put this to a vote. The King's Gambit. Fake? Why are you saying fake? Said Morrowind. This is your, you stand to benefit. You gotta be appealing to people. Should she pay the debt? Should Lulu pay the debt? Cancel the debt. It's too old to matter. Order Chief Lulu to pay her debt, plus 2 centuries of interest. Oh my god. Do you even have that kind of money? You've got some money, but I feel like after that one, you'll have nothing. I'll leave this to the council. You guys decide. You guys decide. I'm gonna save my voting powers for other things. It's up to you guys. I like how Lulu was like, cancel the debt, cancel it. And then everybody else is like, no, completely fucking ruin her. Ruin her. Send her to a debtor's prison. God damn, guys. This council is a little too extreme. This council is a little too extreme. The North is now furious. The coast can't go lower. Oh boy, they're furious. Oops. Your great-great-grandfather should have thought of that before he decided to run slowly. Tell you what, I'll give you a few weeks to sell off the family silver before I expect full payment. Damn, that wiped out everything! That wiped out your whole ass... Oh, shit. Fucking the coast. This is an outrage, said Morrowind, you little snake. I'll get you back for this. Damn. Why can't it be Imposter Lulu? Imposter Lulu doesn't have any money in this game. She's still around for, like, story stuff, but she doesn't have any money to throw around. Lulu can't catch a break. Rebel. Don't rebel against me. This is between y'all. The North should send some soldiers into the coast, is what I'm thinking. The cult spreads. There's a problem with the followers of that southerner, Ortega. Her teachings have spread to the coast. Worse, she's getting stronger. She's performing miracles, healing a woman's broken arm with a single touch, curing an old man's blindness. All over the coast, the workers are throwing away their goods and cursing the partitions for their greed. They're clashing with... Every day we lose more workers to this cult. That was absolutely savage. That was pretty rough, man. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty extreme, guys. I think Lulu is justified in her will to revolt. I have money of all kingdom. Giants are going first. What are we gonna do about this cult? Join with the church to officially denounce Ortega? That's not gonna do anything. If Ortega is performing miracles, she must be recognized as an official member of the church. That's underhanded. Have Ortega assassinated. Oh no. That's bad for a number of reasons. I'm gonna veto that one. But I really don't want to leave it to the gambling, but I also don't want to raise my authority, and I definitely don't want to empty out my treasury, so... If Ortega's I like this option. I like this option. She must be recognized as a member of the church. Hopefully I fail it. Well, I guess I don't really want to fail it. I don't want my authority to go low, but I don't want it to go high. I need it for it to stay in this sweet spot it's in right now. It succeeded. Damn, all of a sudden I'm winning all the gambles. After a week, the Archbishop reluctantly issues a proclamation stating that Ortega and her cult is a legitimate branch of the Church of the Ninth God. Her followers are delighted. Okay, well shit, okay, but I thought my authority did nothing that way. Not bad, not bad. For some reason, the dice are rolling my way there. A terrible curse. Grandi Taco rushes into the council. Oh, is this a breathless and in disarray? Oh, I was thinking this was the fish thing, but that's a coastal thing. I don't think I've seen a curse from this region. By the old gods, you look like you haven't slept for weeks. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair's falling out in chunks. Perhaps you're ill or old. It was one of my peasants. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch. Oh, we're doing witch hunts. We're doing witch hunts. Wealth too low. Have the accursed haunted taco sent to the north to relax. How much money does that cost? Jeez, alright, well I guess we can't do that. Have the so-called witch tested. Send scholars to the southern lands to find an explanation. Am I going to die again? You ate my bear. Of course we cursed you. Because I didn't have any grapes. Come to the north and see how much rest you get. Oh man, there's a vengeful... Well, she can't. I don't have the money for that. But I guess I'll leave this to you guys too. Send scholars to find the source, or do a witch hunt. A good old-fashioned witch hunt. Oh, witch hunt wins. You arrange for a priestess of the Ninth God to question the accused. The church does not look kindly upon witches, particularly if they're cursing a noble for no reason. After several days... Oh, it succeeded again! I'm telling you, man. I don't know what's going on this run. This is an epic run of victorious dice rolls. After several days of questioning and burning of incest, the priestess makes her announcement. The accused is innocent! Oh, look at that. A witch hunt that didn't result in, like, a woman being thrown into a river. Things settle down, and Haunted Taco eventually admits that some new pomade may be to blame for her hair troubles. Alright, well, farming is bountiful and defiance has lowered in the south. Okay, fair enough. That was relatively painless. Defiance is too high, and one or more of the regions is considering rebellion. Rebelling will stop the region from advancing their scheme and can't be taxed or take part in normal votes. The North is on the verge of rebellion. That's not a surprise. Okay. Anger from the church. What is that? A new baby? Is that what it says? A new baby? Your heir. Let's see what's going on with my heir. Oh, I need to move my guy. I'm gonna... What's going on here? There we go. I'm going to... Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the console holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask my crown be passed down to you. The console hall is filled with a nervous silence. My daughter. My daughter! The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Holiness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What's her name? Frank. What's your daughter's name? Frank. Wonderful, Your Holiness. I'm sure little Frank, too, will grow up to be a chip off the old block. You better not light it up in there. I don't have a lighter anymore. You better not light it up in there. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition and win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. I can't even remember what my ambition was, to be honest. Yo, Joe, welcome back. How you doing? You are in the Grandees. Francesca. Frankie was one of my nicknames growing up. Frankie. I guess Frankie works as a sort of a gender-neutral name of sorts. Oh, rebel! What? Why are you rebelling? Get out of here! Get out of here! Let me sweep this rebellion out of the way. There's no rebelling going on here. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. Get out of here with this rebellion shit. Wait no more. Waiting for rebellion. Doing well. Nice weather. Well, it's not 1,000,000 degrees at the moment. I have a cousin whose nickname is Frankie. I think that's her full first name. I hear Frankie now and I just think of One Piece. Taco, only the Chiefs can rebel at this moment. Of which there is only one. There's one chief. Alright, let's see what this new baby is all about. Lord Vince. Lord Vince. Greetings, Your August Majesty. Some fine news from my citizens in the coast. A baby has been born on your birthday bearing a birthmark in the shape of the number 9. A fantastic omen. Perhaps we should mark the occasion? The monarch will send blessings. The monarch has no time for peasant brats. Oh boy. Gift the parents a bounty of jewels and fine wine. Send the... Whoa, Jesus. Send the Inquisition and make sure the birthmark is real. Well, why don't we go ahead and... veto the monarch has no time for peasant brats. Frankie Muniz. Although my full first name doesn't really sound like Frankie. I am small, but I have mighty giants. Oh, everybody wants to send the Inquisition after a baby. A baby, you said? Send the Inquisition. By the 9th, your esteemed highness, I can assure you there is no deception going on here. I'll be the judge of that, says the High Inquisitor. When the High Inquisitor returns, she is forced to admit the birthmark is indeed genuine, but her rude questions and threats have turned the local population against her. I don't give a shit about that. To hell with the church. Oh, anger from the church. As soon as I said to hell with the church, and then literally anger from the church. Shit, they're listening. Oh. Well, Wisp was like, send them wine. I think last time we sent them wine and jewels and stuff. Send the same assassin you sent after my bear. You're just not gonna get over the bear thing, huh? Your Majesty, about the troublesome philosopher Ortega, I must protest you allowing her teachings to run unchecked. She's not running unchecked. She's a part of the church, so she's under your jurisdiction to, like, rein her in or whatever. Her miracles are unorthodox at best. How can we allow what is effectively witchcraft to flourish in our ranks? Not to mention the fact that she keeps complaining about supposed church riches and saying we should give them away. Are you worried about her teachings or your reputation? I must express my displeasure with the utmost urgency. Wouldn't want the High Inquisitor to get involved. Don't extort me. You must make Ortega welcome. I feel like that's not gonna work. If I don't have the vote of Taco, then I'm gonna fail this. If I don't have Taco's vote, I'm gonna fail this. I don't want to give him a gift. God heard you? She's not happy. What honor guard King have? I don't know. That's a good question. You know, I don't want to do this, but I think I am going to go with the gift route. I don't trust my own luck here. I've been on a roll. I had too many successes. This is destined to fail. I'm just going to go with the gift. The coast is now dutiful. The south is now zealous. Damn. And the north is now agnostic. That's funny. He sweeps away. Later, you hear a lovely new stained glass window being added to St. Bertrand's. There are no more complaints from the Archbishop's side. Okay. Oh, we've got an auction going on here. Say his name. Harambear. You talked to Taco about that. She's the one that ate him. Auction has started. I'll be back in a second. I did, but I didn't have any grapes. I had to. Took away my grapes, and then starvation and death came. How'd you not have anything else to eat but those grapes? Oh, we got an aqueduct and a stadium. Farming up 1. Military down 1. The kingdom is in rebellion. The first side to earn 5 victory points will win. Victory points are earned through events. If the rebels are victorious, the monarch is overthrown. What the fuck? A victory point? Alright, this is new. Haven't dealt with a rebellion before. An arms merchant, what? Your Majesty, a merchant is here to see you. He has come all the way from Kurth, I hear. I hope he has something useful to sell. In the middle of a war? I'll not deal with those Kurth bastards. Send him away. In the middle of a war? Actually, I think that's exactly why he's here. Your Luminance, so wonderful to see you. I hear little Frank, too, is doing well. Doing very well, thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Moreover, you'll be pleased to know that the Kurth Senate has deliberated for many weeks and ultimately agreed to extend to you the offer of an arms contract. Not just any contract, mind you. The Republic has offered to sell gunpowder and weapons. Muskets, cannons, blunderbusses, bombards. You name it, I have it. I don't have that kind of money. Alright, what have you got? I've got everything your heart could desire. Do you want to give me some prices here? What are the prices? Why am I blindly clicking on the? I only have $900 in my treasury. What if I say blunderbuss? Ah, yes, powerful weapon, perfect for storming a castle. I'll add that to your total. 850? I can't afford that. I understand your predicament, of course. Perhaps we can come to an agreement. We can take a deposit now. You can pay the rest once the war is over, subject to interest, of course. Forget it. I don't need gunpowder to win the war. Let me look. Oh my god. The chief's military is 8. And while the grandees and the partitions are 4 and 1, I think I do need the gunpowder. Can I raise my interest rates instead of paying the deposit? Whew! You're playing a dangerous game, King. But you don't have much of a choice. Unorthodox, but not a terrible idea. After all, you won't lose with these weapons on your side. Shall we say 50% interest? Deal. It is agreed. I will return when the war is over to collect my payment with interest. I believe that'll come to $12.75. Okay. Once the merchant has left, it's up to you to distribute your newfound armaments to your loyal list. Oh, I can only give it to one side? You've got a lot of money there, said Morg. Hey, if I give these blunderbusses to the partitions, I expect your vote in the council. Can I trust your vote? Can I rely on your vote in the council if I give the partitions these guns? I don't think you want to give it to the chiefs. They'd probably shoot you. Well, the chiefs are who I'm at war with right now, so I can't give it to them. And I wouldn't want to give it to them. First action, make redo with lower military, which is you, which is why you can trust us. All right. On your honor, you said I'm shaking your hand right now. Alright, you hand out the blunderbuss to the partitions. They're pleased with the gift, although the weapons see limited use on the battlefield. You can only hope the new weapons will be enough to finally win the war. Rebellion. At long last, the chiefs have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Chief Hala. Their tattoos seem seeming to shift in the light of the brazier. The chiefs of the north will rip the false crown from your head and stomp it in the mud. We will be fighting for glory and for honor and for Tove, the true queen. Oh, my authority went down to dubious. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. Seize them! Come along now. Traitors get the chop! I like that. Traitors get the chop. What? But you can't do this. I'm an envoy. See? See how the monarch's tyranny grows worse by the day? This is the price you pay! This is the price you pay, North, for daring to rise against me. Like I care about your envoy. Lop that noggin off. Lop that noggin off. Oh, their defiance went to treasonous. They were already treasonous. They're engaging in an open rebellion against me. Your watchmen waste no time. Chief Hala is dragged out to the courtyard and their head is struck from their shoulders. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. What are our chances against the rebels? Let me put it this way, Your Majesty. Everyone in the palace who understands the situation has wet themselves. How did this get so bad? The leader of the rebellion is Chief Lulu. As reason for the uprising, she's citing your history of petty transgressions against the chiefs. Urge to murder rising. Yes, Your Majesty, hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So this is it, civil war. That's right, Your Majesty, the kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before all this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Alright. War were declared. Nice time to escape the country with all the money. You better not. You better stick around. We're gonna need that money. Opening strike. Chief Lulu. Too long have those bastards in the Crown Lands held us down. Too long have they called us heathens and mocked our way of life. Aye. Now is the time to take up our axes and fight back. Morgana is with us. We'll burn their churches and string up their lying priests. Aye. Now, I ask you, brave chiefs of the Free North, where will we strike first? We can launch a preemptive strike against the partitions to cripple their military capabilities. I suspect the grandees may join our cause. We can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. Or finally, we can send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. Dishonorable, of course, but convenient. Alright, so I guess, Lulu, this is up to you. No money for an assassin, but I guess you could launch a preemptive strike, or... Yeah, that seems like the better option with a military of 8 versus a military of 1. The chiefs launch a surprise attack on the coast, slashing and burning their way across fields and farmlands. They catch a regiment of the coastal army unawares and spring an ambush, slaughtering them to a man. Common folk whisper that the battleground will be stained red for a generation. I guess those blunderbusses didn't help out. Rebels gained a victory point. The coast military is now helpless, and their farming is now needful. The gods are good, down with the monarch. The northern soldiers return home in triumph, leaving the coast devastated in their wake. Well, what good was the fucking blunderbusses? Alright, I'm taking that money. I'm taking that money, said Morrowind. You guys didn't do shit. I gave you those guns and you didn't do shit against the North. I'm taking money from you too, Grandees. I've got a big bill coming ahead of me for those blunderbusses you didn't make any use of. They got a victory point on over us too. What the fuck? A great battle? Oh no. Vast armies darken the landscape like the shadow of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with marching boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the north is advancing on the capital, led by that treacherous cur, Chief Lulu. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the south. If they march now, they'll intercept the chiefs in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the army of the coast. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the accursed chiefs. What are your orders, Your Majesty? The Grandees and Partitions should join forces. Tell the Grandees to fight the Northern Army. Oh man, I mean, there's nothing to join. We've got a pathetic army in the Partitions, and the Grandees are half the military of the chiefs. Like, what is the option here? Not the best time for taxes? Probably not. Probably not. But I have a feeling I'm not gonna be long for this world. Anyway, so... join forces, sure. Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay your orders to the Grandee Joker, the field commander. Hopefully, they do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on a battlefield. This isn't gonna work out in my favor. We have our orders, but should we follow them? Who are in the... So it's the Haunteds and Joe. The coast is dead. Everyone loves an underdog. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Hang back and let the rebels march on the capital without challenge. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting anxiously for your marshal's return. Finally, she bursts into your throne room. Those damn cowards, cravens, treacherous, yellow-bellied, lily-livered, chicken-hearted bastards. Marshal, report. Instead of engaging the enemy or linking up with the Partitions, the Grandees told their armies to just hang back, do nothing. Oh shit, they got a lot of victory points for that. They sat pretty in their camp and scratched their arses while the entire northern army walked on by. I'll have their heads for this if you win, which now looks less likely. You have no choice but to rely on the Partitions. It all comes down to the next battle, Your Majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. If I'm gonna perish, I'm gonna perish on the battlefield. I must advise against this. You'll be in great danger, and inspiring as your presence may be to the troop, your death or severe injury will destroy their morale. I'm not gonna die in the throne room. I'm gonna die on the battlefield, alright? Very well, Your Majesty. I'll prepare your armor and horse. We ride at dawn. What? An alchemical discovery? What is that? In the gardens of the royal palace, your marshal rushes up to you in excitement. Grandee Joker follows her, dragging a large trunk behind them. Wait, what? This guy was a traitor! I probably should have done this one before the other one, if I wanted it to make narrative sense, but... Joker here has discovered something for the war effort. You have to see it. Yes, greetings, Your Highness. An alchemist from my estate's been working on this for some time. They start unpacking the trunk, revealing complicated and foul-smelling machinery that looks like a set of very large bagpipes. What in Celestia is that? It creates fire, Your Holiness. It could spray flames right across a room. But don't use it inside a room, not unless you want to burn down with you. Not unless you want it to burn down with you inside. A fancy demonstration, Your Majesty? Or fancy a demonstration, Your Majesty? I will try it myself. Praise the Ninth. That's my monarch. They direct each step. You pour a smoking chemical into the spout, then pull the lever, then twist a valve, and fire streams straight from the pipe. It sprays all across the garden, singeing the leaves of a nearby bush. Bravo, bravo. A few of these things in the infantry can turn the tide of the rebellion. Pay for the equipment, but don't worry about alchemists. Order grandees to hand over the equipment for free. Too dangerous, put the alchemists on crop science instead. I don't have the money for that first option. How much does that cost? I mean, I've got a decent amount of money, but I guess not enough for that. This is your fight. That is sick. Is Joe about to get a number? Probably not. I don't know. Guess I'll veto that one and let you guys go. In times of a civil war, the console should be disbanded. The console should be disbanded. I should have full authority in the time of a civil war. Alright, I can only pray that the dice are favorable to me this time. I'm due for a failure. I've been getting victories all night, but this would be an inopportune moment for a failure. It takes a while for all the manufacturing equipment to arrive in the capital, and figuring out the machinery is a tricky, dangerous endeavor. During the next scrimmage, the marshals lead a squad of fire-throwing shock troops who march ahead of the infantry, carrying their infernal machines on their shoulders. Oh, it succeeded! Oh, I got a victory point, yes! The northern soldiers scatter in terror as soon as the flames begin. It's an absolute disaster for the rebels. Hell yeah. Flamethrowers. It's about the right level of engagement. Wait, what? Oh, this is a pretty awesome game. I like it quite a bit. It's about the right level of engagement. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's war console. Sickness spreads. Oh god, we don't need this in the coast right now. Your Serene Highness, a terrible sickness is spreading among my troops in the coast. What kind of sickness? We've done a lot of digging, a lot of latrines, and a lot of graves. What can be done about it? If we let the disease run its course, we'll have lost a lot of soldiers we can't afford to lose. But I'm not sure how much we can do. Perhaps the consul can see a way forward? Send... Oh my god, that's gonna take all my money. Send medical doctors from Quail University, quarantine the diseased and order the healthy to leave them behind. Do nothing to stop the spread of sickness. Oh, Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna vote for C. Why are you guys voting to do nothing? Like, the partition's military can't get any lower. They literally can't get any lower, so... By the 9th. How could the consul be so blind? We have to do something. But nothing is done. The sickness blazes through the coastal troops like a forest fire. By the time it's done, the dead outnumber the living. Well, you just handed a victory point over to the rebels. I don't know why y'all did that. Well, I know why Joe did that, but I don't know why all the others did that. Alright, Monarch's Golden Choice. Give me that one. Oh, they already got all the victory points? When did they get that last one? Alright, well, that's in-game for me then. At first, it's a night like any other. After a pleasant evening by the fire with your wife, you retreat to bed. Your sleep is dreamless, a sweet oblivion. Frank, wake up, I hear something. It's well past midnight when your wife wakes you. You hear a scuffle somewhere on the lower floors of the palace. Some shouting, quickly silenced. Maybe it's nothing? Quick, we need to go hide. As you push your complaining wife into the wardrobe, one of your northern warriors bursts into the bedchamber, a deep gash across his chest. His grip trembles on his blood-soaked axe. Treachery. Coastal troops are storming the palace. The palace watch let them in. We'll just stand there, go find out. Before the warrior can utter another word, a soldier in the coastal uniform kicks open the door and shoves a sword into his back. A figure you recognize follows the soldier into the room. You stare in surprise. You've been expecting one of the chiefs, perhaps Chief Lulu herself. But no, it's Lord Arachnid Soul. Oh, so the partitions... The partitions ended up getting their way. Get out from there, you sniveling coward, and face your death like a monarch. But I thought you were still loyal. Loyal? No, just biding our time. Where's my heir? A loose end, don't worry, she'll be taken care of. I'm sorry, Frank, I had no idea he was planning this. Begone, Petronella. There's a nice bottle of wine waiting for you in your coastal villa. Return there and leave your spouse to their fate. That's it? For a bottle of wine? With a sigh, Petronella bows her head and stands aside. There's no longer anyone between you and the sword. Enough chit-chat, are you ready? Grab for the dagger you keep under your pillow. You scramble for a dagger hilt, but a soldier grabs you and hauls you away with impossibly strong arms. I don't understand, why does this guy have a sword if he just doesn't know how to defend himself? The sword swings, blood splatters the ceiling. With that, your reign finally comes to an end. So, the patricians won. The partitions hacked off Monarch Frank's head and placed it on a spike above the palace gates. The peasants appreciated this. Always nice to see the old traditions upheld. Man, he wasn't even really a bad monarch. The chiefs, led by Lulu, launched a rebellion that accomplished nothing besides distracting the monarch while cunning schemers took the throne. In a sun-dappled vineyard, Zerimia and Grandee Haunted Taco opened a bottle of their finest vintage. Their schemes had amounted to nothing, but there's always next time. After killing the monarch, the partitions also made sure to butcher all of their supporters. Weeks into King Octavius's reign, servants were still trying to get the stains out of the palace carpet. The common folk whispered that a reign born in blood would also end in it. Rage? You shouldn't have rebelled against me. I was on your side with the bear. I wouldn't have. I mean, the partitions won and they were the one that screwed you. You weakened the throne just enough to make your true enemies ascended. 3 years and 0 months. Not bad. The wealthiest noble is Sedmorog, and the poorest noble is Lulu. Oh, poor Lulu. Who is this? Is this the new king? I mean, all in all, the kingdom ended up in not the worst shape. Authority's 3, that's mid. Stability is 3, that's mid. 1,000 gold in the treasury, that's mid. You know, everybody is generally doing okay except for the partition's military. It's kind of amazing they're the ones that won when their military is non-existent. I'd wager that the chiefs and the grandees would split the land to go to war. I wasn't the poorest noble. I wasn't either. No, Lulu has been broke this whole time. Alright, well, I think this is a pretty good time to call it for tonight. The partitions are screwed. Would have been poetic if he had killed you with the blunderbuss. Those guys they didn't even know how to use the blunderbuss. I probably would have survived if they tried to kill me with the blunderbuss. I'd still be playing the game. In my headcanon, that's how it ended. Fair enough. GG all. Headcanon, blunderbuss. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Is it still that dude? Yeah. Octavius. Look at it. I have all these fucking pretenders on my throne. I've got Octavius. I've got Felix. Fuck these guys. I'm gonna get these guys killed. These damn pretenders. I will say, the way that this game is weighted, it seems incredibly simple. It seems like it's way easier to get rid of the monarch than it is for, like, the monarch to win. Like, it seems like it's heavily weighted against the monarch in, like, every capacity. Let's see. Remember Harambe. It's a bit unbalanced in that respect. Yeah, it's pretty unbalanced, and I think a part of the reason why is because they want, like, it's imbalanced in the sense that the monarch, me playing this game, has, I guess, technically more to do, to physically do, and I'm kind of controlling the flow of the game, whereas you guys, all you're doing is typing into the chat. And I think they wanted to try to balance the chatter's input against my input. So, you know, I think that's, and so in order to make, you know, the chatters feel like they're being drawn into the game and like they actually have, you know, equal impact to what I'm doing over here, which is understandable. That makes sense. That makes sense. But man, is it fucking hard for a monarch to get a win. Because even if like, I mean, there are a lot of points, because, like, again, all of the schemes, whenever the goals for your schemes come up, whenever they do, like, they're always met, like, immediately. It's like, you have to get the stability of the kingdom to 4 or less, and, like, the stability of the kingdom is already 4, You know, it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, stability never really goes that much, you know, beyond 3 or 4 initially. So it's not like it's setting goals that chat has to actually work hard to get to. It's setting goals that chat automatically wins, and then they have the ability from there to, like, you know, really fuck you over. You know, so there is a big imbalance, but I understand why it exists. It's also an imbalance that allows the endgame state to occur at a reasonable time. Like, you know, I like the Monarch. This isn't a game that's gonna last for like 7 hours with no resolution. Like, it's not designed to be that. Like, this is a game that's designed to get to the point immediately. But I would like for there to be more wildcard options for the Monarch. Like, if my authority, like when my authority is sky high, I want to have options to like exercise that authority. I want to be able to send nobles to prison. Like, you know, I want to be able to do things with you know, the power that I managed to amass for myself. I like the voting that gives you the law that gives you the ability to bribe people for votes. That's cool. But other than that, like, it doesn't really seem like the Monarch can control a whole lot. Like, he's not really a king. He's barely a president. Like, he's more like a lieutenant governor. I'm invested in the lore of that game. I don't know, I had Juan in our game. I befriended the peasants. My heir that was brought up orphan is now the queen. I mean, I won in the game too, but I won because you guys voted for my heir. And I destroyed the monarchy pretty much and completely replaced it with socialist-like government. It was wild. Well, I don't even know how to get down that path. Alright. That is going to be it for me tonight. Thank you everybody for joining me as always. I appreciate it. I am not going to be streaming tomorrow because I'm going to be doing fantasy football stuff. So no stream tomorrow. But I'll probably be back on Friday. I don't know what I'll do. I thought I was going to play that... what's it called? Deadlock. I don't know if you can play that on stream. I thought I was going to try. But when I started playing it, I was like, this is not my kind of game. I'm not going to do this. So I don't know what I'll do on Friday. Morrowind is behind me. For now. No more Morrowind. Maybe I'll get back to Redguard. Maybe I'll play Redguard again. I don't even know how I got there. I know my actual wife died in a boat race. A boat race? I have no idea how you're playing this game that's getting all of these other options. Baldur's Gate 3? I do want to play Baldur's Gate 3, but it's still like $70, so I'm not playing Baldur's Gate 3 anytime soon. That would probably take forever. Yeah, that's also another big game. Like, after having just devoted all of this to Morrowind, I probably am gonna lean off of like the epic sprawling RPGs for a while. Take care all. Have a good rest of your evening. I hope I see you guys again on Friday, but if not, I'll see you when I see you. Take care.